Hi, and welcome back to week 4 of Chaminade's cross country summer training. My name is Mr. Kelly or Coach Kelly, and I wanted to go through some of the things that we're looking forward to this week. I know we're getting already started into the week, but I wanted to go through the rest of the workouts that we have, as well as a couple other details of things that are going to help you in getting ready for the rest of the summer, as well as looking ahead into the season for middle school and high school cross country. So first off, we have this is a reminder about who's coaching each program. So if you haven't signed up yet for the cross country kickoff camp, this is a great way to get a chance to not only meet members of the team, either on the high school or on the middle school side, but it's also just a great chance to get to learn more about the sport. It's on the Monday through Friday of July 29th through August 2nd. It's from 8 till 10:30 a.m. It includes a T-shirt, snacks, and food, and a smoothie, and a lot of other fun things that we have going on that week. If you haven't signed up yet, there's a QR code on the right-hand side that you can use and follow to actually sign up. If you have signed up already, this left-hand QR code is one that you can scan, and it'll actually lead you to a form that I need to get everyone's T-shirt order started. And so for anyone who is signed up, go ahead and fill out that form. That includes what size t-shirt you would like, as well as if you have any medical information that you need me to know, like an allergy, or it can be both food allergy or any other medical things that would be important for me to know. So please go ahead and fill that out. And if you would still like to sign up, there's still plenty of time to do so, but we will be kind of shutting that down in the next week and a half or so. So as far as training goes this week, there's a couple days. This is Tuesday evening, so we have a couple days of good training left. Depending on where you are, whether or not you're in town or out of town, it's a pretty hot week, and so sometimes we have to make adjustments to how training goes. So there are two workouts on the schedule this week for the A and B groups. And as with any workout, whenever it gets really hot, it's a good thing to adjust whatever workout you're doing and try and just go based on effort. Sometimes that might be running what seems to be a lot slower than what you're capable of, but it's still what you can do given that moment. And so make sure to follow and listen to what your body's telling you, especially when it's responding to these hot temperatures. So with the Wednesday workout for tomorrow, there's a mile of warm up, 5 by 1 kilometer. And if you don't have measurements actually planned out around your house or around wherever you run, a good way to do this, or a good rule of thumb, is you want to think about what your normal mile time might be, and you can estimate pretty close to what your kilometer might be by taking about 2/3 of the normal time that you would run a mile in. And so once again, you want to run 5 of those with about 2 minutes of just light jogging in between to give your body a chance to recover. And another good way, if it is too hot out, you can always extend the rest or take off one of these kilometers. But once again, the goal is to try and listen to your body and adjust for the heat. We'll talk about that a little bit later on too. Remember to be getting in these easy and aerobic miles as well throughout the week. For any of the plans, the A, B, or C plans, it's really important to not just do the fast stuff or not just do the slow stuff. Or sorry, or to only do the fast and not do the slow, or to only do the slow and not do the fast. These all balance and help you to actually become a stronger runner. The distance and the easy runs help to give you build up some of your aerobic capacity, whereas the speed obviously builds your endurance and helps you to helps you to build capillaries and help you to build even greater depth to your ability to run long and fast. So make sure you're getting in both of these, regardless of which schedule you're doing, getting in each of these. Also, the core down here, if you haven't been getting in push-ups and sit-ups, or even just a strength routine for your abs, these should be getting started now. This is something that to come into the season with a really strong core started out is going to make it a lot easier when you're actually transitioning into the season, whether you're middle school or high school. And for middle school guys, don't shy away from this either. One of the things that most physical therapists or other trainers will be looking for is to try and build up strength when you can. And so doing things like push-ups and sit-ups and crunches and plank at an earlier age, obviously within reason for what your body's feeling, is going to help you to be a strong runner and a strong athlete. So we have two group runs this week. For the one coming up later on in the week, Thursday, we're going to be meeting as normal at the Visitor Center in Forest Park at 7:30. So please come ahead and come out and join us for that. For Strava, if you have not signed up for this, there's a good number of you who already have. But if you have, this is an easy way for me to be able to track what each of you are doing. And so if you scan this, this will lead you to our group page, the Chaminade Cross Country page. And I would love to be able to see what you guys are working on. And also, it's just a great way for you guys to see and encourage one another as to the workouts that you're doing, and just to kind of connect that way. And you might see, hey, there's someone who's running close by my house that I never knew lived by, and I can maybe join them for a run. If you have any questions on that, make sure to reach out to me too. As for GroupMe, this is another good way to connect with people. This is how we send out announcements during the season. But if you still need to be signed up for this, go ahead and scan this, and you can actually join. You just have to actually create an account, and you can at least see incoming messages, even if you don't have. So if you have a cell phone, but you don't want to necessarily sign up for this, you can at least receive messages from this account if you join this. But if you want to actually send messages, you do have to download the app on a phone. All right, so for how do you survive the heat? There's a lot of different tips and tricks, but really the simplest thing is to hydrate. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're actually being intentional about carrying a water bottle with you, whether you're working throughout the summer or whether or not you're going and spending a lot of time inside or relaxing. Any of those scenarios require you to hydrate if you're going to really try and perform your best in running and recover well too. So drink water, and for most of you guys, that's going to be, I would say, between 6 and 10 Gatorade-sized bottles a day, or definitely over 100 ounces of water every day. And for many of you, if you are doing a longer run outside, that might even be more like 120 to 150 ounces of water in a day, or more. For electrolytes, make sure you're getting some sort of Gatorade or Liquid IV or Powerade or any. There's all sorts of combinations of these, but it's important to get this because that's actually one of the ways that your body absorbs more of the water that you're taking in. So if you're only drinking water and you're never adding in additional electrolytes, especially on these days where your body's sweating a lot, you're not going to be able to absorb nearly as much of the water that you're drinking in. So make sure to get some electrolytes in at some point. And this can also be in some of the foods you eat. You can eat an orange, you can eat some bananas, things that have different electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus are going to be helpful to getting you rehydrated and feeling better the next day. As far as running early or later, but I would say running early when it's a little bit light out is the safer option. But make sure to, I would say if you can get your running before 8 a.m. Or after 8 p.m. if that's a possibility, these are the ideal times of the day to run. But once again, you need to be safe about where you are, and so make sure you're running at a time that's going to give you the most chance to actually be able to complete what you're trying to whatever work you're trying to do, whichever one of those plans you're following. The next thing is to find shade. So if you've ever run on a hot day in direct sunshine for 2, 3, 4, 5 miles, it gets hot fast. And it causes your body to get hot fast, and it causes you to feel more spent faster. And so try to find a spot near your house where you can find a shady route. And so that takes a little bit of planning ahead of time, but it will definitely make you feel much better on the run, and it'll make you recover faster afterward because you won't have depleted yourself as much from the hydration side of things. So make sure to find that. And some good possibilities for that are the Katy Trail. Forest Park has a lot of good shade. and there's all sorts of other trails around town that you can follow for that. With the recovering faster, make sure to actually rehydrate after you finish a run. So a lot of people will finish a run, they might be hungry, or you might be, just wanting to sit down and rest, or maybe even for some of you, if you've gotten up early to run, you might fall back asleep. Make sure you don't just skip the stage of rehydrating right away. That includes getting a quick drink of water in, and also getting a small snack, hopefully something with some protein in it. Each of those things is going to help you to feel better the next day and hopefully ward off any injuries in the process too. And then lastly, there's a lot of power in running in the summer with your teammates. And so don't shy away from feeling like you can't organize a run or anything like that. Try and find people in the area or on the team who might want to run with you, or maybe a sibling. And one of the helpful things about that is you can actually watch out for one another. So if someone's kind of struggling in the heat one day, that can be a helpful thing to actually get everyone through the run. So all those things are going to help you get through the heat. But once again, just make sure you're listening to your body and following what you know is better for yourself. If you start feeling yourself getting lightheaded or dizzy, sit down in the shade and make sure you rest that way. If you haven't started gathering gear, this is just a reminder to start looking at this. And I didn't actually make a slide for this, but you also need to be thinking about getting your physicals done for the start of the season. And so you have a little bit over a month and a half or so before the season starts, and anytime you can get your physical done early is better. So I wanted to leave you with a quote. These are what I like to think of, and a lot of people call the dog days of summer. It's hot, it's humid, you have longer miles starting to build up for some of you, and you might start getting this mindset of, what if I just skip today? What if I just cause today to be, just that one day that I miss, or maybe the 2 days in a row? And it's really easy to start to get into a rut of feeling like I'm not needing to train today, or maybe today's just a day that I can skip without any consequences. And of course, you have some days where that might feel like the right thing to do. But remember, there's a lot of power in consistency, a lot of power in finding a way just to put on your shoes and get out the door, even when it's a little bit tough. And so I like this quote, and I wanted to share this with you just to close out. Running shoes have magic in them, the power to transform a bad day into a good day, frustration into speed, self-doubt into confidence, and of course, chocolate cake into muscles. Hope you guys have a good week running, and if you have any questions, make sure to reach out, and we will get back to you and hopefully get a chance to catch up soon on a run. See you guys.